Hello, how are you today? I am coming live. Today's goal, because we're talking about goals today, goals and expectations for your fitness goals for 2023. So hello, everybody. How are you today? We are live and we are streaming into my profile. Hello, my profile, Yvonne Stanton. We're also streaming into my YouTube channel, as well as my private Facebook group today. And I want to say hello and check in with everybody because I think this topic is really important because we are halfway through January. And I want to talk about goals and expectations because so many times we set these goals and expectations for New Year's resolutions. And we say, we're going to go to the gym, we're going to work out, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And within 2 weeks, the incline backwards falls off almost 50%. So can you share with me, where are you? Have you fallen off track already? Because you're not alone if you have. And I'm just going to check in with my Facebook group because they sometimes are on and say hello, but drop in and say hello. Where are you coming in from? I'm Yvonne Stanton. I'm a health coach in nutrition, fitness, and mindset. And I'm really excited to be here. And I'm going to be having weekly calls just like this every week on my personal page and in my private Facebook group. So you can always jump over there as well. I coach women over 40, which I truly enjoy doing. And just checking in on my group and my YouTube, and everything is going really well. And I'm just curious to know if you have set yourself up for success. So I'm just going to wait a second and see if anybody even comes back to me because I'm new coming in here. So I know, with the algorithms of Facebook, it might not be shown. See how my ponytail looks funny? It looks like my head's back. My head's uneven. Anyway, I just want to come on in. The more I do these, the more you're going to see me, and I'm excited to be here. So like I said, you can join me also in my private Facebook group. It's for coaching women only, women over 40. And it's something that I'm passionate about because I had my own struggles. I had my own struggles with my own internal, weight. It's just one of those words, isn't it? And I love helping others stop the madness with the fad diets and the self-sabotage and all the things that go in the middle. Yeah? Okay, so let's talk about goals. Let's talk about what was your expectation and what was your goal when you started 2023. And if you're there, pop in the chat. With StreamYard, I can't see comments. So you need to add StreamYard, acknowledge StreamYard, and then I can see your chat in my chat with StreamYard, just so you know. I might not be able to reply back till after I get off the live, okay? But let's get into it because I'm really passionate about this, and this is such a good time to be talking about these goals that we're setting for ourselves and probably not setting yourself up for success. Okay. So setting fitness goals, it doesn't matter what that looks like for you as a fitness goal. It could be the way you want to look, the number on the scale, how your clothes fit on you, the energy you have to be stronger, to be fitter. It's all about this. It's all about fitness, right? And how do we stay motivated and on track with your goals and your journey? Because this is the most important part of these goals, is setting realistic goals so that you don't get discouraged along the way. And when we set goals that are just unrealistic, we do them, and this is the New Year's resolution, right? We set these unrealistic goals normally because we're in this amazing new year. We feel so good about ourselves. We are ready to take on the year, and we normally just set ourselves up for too much, too fast, too soon. So here's some things I want to talk about keeping it. Just keep this in mind. Okay, let's say that. So, when we're setting an achievable goal, we need to start out with little baby steps. Don't try to go and lose some ridiculous amount of weight in a month. That's a fad diet, right? We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that. Everything must be sustainable. Sustainable is the only way your body, everything will change forever. If it's not sustainable, you're not going to hit your goal, right? Slow and steady always wins. Progress is key. Understand that? Progress is key. We need to see little wins along the way. And how do we see the little wins? By setting a realistic goal that is achievable, and you can keep going and doing it consistently. And we need to be, and here's the other thing, we want to make sure your goals are specific. So don't just say you want to release weight. Set a goal about that really is internal for you, right? That makes you feel really good. So how your clothes fit on you, a certain size of clothes that you want to get into. These are really important ways to set up goals. Okay? Does that make sense? And give yourself a timeline. We need to have a timeline. Even if you don't want to look at it, just set the timeline and set it and forget it. As we like to say, set it and forget it. The action is the stuff that gets you to that goal. So you set it and you forget it, and then just do the work. And the only reason that we don't do the work and we don't stay consistent is because you set an unrealistic goal. So we have to know what a realistic goal is. And some people like to say, share your goals with other people. They'll keep you, on track. They'll be there to support you. But some people don't want to share their goals, and that's okay. I think that always comes down to a personal experience and how you feel about that yourself. I personally don't share my goals. They're my goals, and I'm good with them. And I do what it takes to achieve my goals. So work with what works for you. And if you have any questions about this and you want some extra support, just send me a DM. And if it's something that you really are struggling with and you really are ready for the next step, that you want a coach to help you, you're looking for some more accountability, you want that support and that consistency, then we can set up a time and have a discussion on my Zoom, okay? We can have a 30-minute coaching call or strategy call and just see where you're at. But these goals and setting yourself up for them are really important. So ask yourself, what is the goal that you have achieved? Is it a realistic goal? What was the time frame that you have put down for that goal? And how does it feel? And what is it that inspires you and motivates you to stay the term, right? It has to be something that inspires you, because let's face it, motivation doesn't exist. If you think motivation is going to get you out the door and going to the gym, it's not. It's the other way around. Normally you set the goal. So think about this, right? So it's New Year's, you set yourself a new goal, a new intention, and you're not motivated. You're inspired. You're inspired by your actions. You're inspired on the day. You're like, yes, this year I'm going to be such and such, and it's going to be an amazing year, and I'm going to do this and this and this. That's inspired action. Inspired action is the goal. So we always have to come from that place of being inspired by what our intentions are, and that they are moving you in a good place and not a scarcity place. Is it inspired action, or where is it coming from? Because it's the inspired action that keeps you doing the thing. Hopefully this stuff is sinking in and you're totally kind of understanding this now. And you really need to set the goal and give yourself a good amount of time to achieve the goal. Don't set an unrealistic time. Any kind of fitness, even let's just talk about strength training, okay? Building muscle. Because as women are in their 40s, it is harder. We lose muscle tone quickly. And I can guarantee this from my own experience. And I'm a fitness trainer, and I didn't see it. I did see it, but I just didn't want to really think about it, is because in my own fitness, I was doing my running and some of my strength training, but last year was really busy. And it was the one thing that I let slide was the fitness part, the strength training. And I saw my muscle depleting. I saw the skin on my legs getting loose. It's real, ladies, right? And this part of our journey and getting fitter and toner, it takes time. It takes energy. It takes consistency. And so I've been consistent because I actually couldn't run, right? I broke my toe and then did another little fracture not too long ago. And so I've only had my strength training to get some activity in my life, right? And I had to concentrate on my fitness training and my weights. And I can tell and share with you that it's absolutely been life-changing. It was like a big eye-opener for me to realize exactly what I have been sharing about, how our muscle depletes and how it takes a lot of time to gain back muscle. And I already had some muscle. So when we're starting fresh, it will take you double the time. And it just does. To build something, it takes, they usually tell you it's 8 weeks, but as we're aging, you're probably looking at 3 to 4 months to gain and start seeing that change. So hence why we set our goal and we let it go. You got to let it go. Just keep doing and being consistent. And that is where the little wins come from, right? That's where we get to sit back and go, look at the achievement I've just had, and setting a realistic goal. Being clear about your goal and why you want to achieve it. What is the reason for your goal? The reason for your goal is what keeps you accountable. So we start with a small and gradually increase your goal as you start to see progress. Be specific. What do you want to go with first? You know, as a runner, rule of thumb, because I'm going to be going back to this because of being off running, right? I will be starting with just distance, right? So my goal will be 1K, then 2K, then 3K, then 4K, right? But in those weeks along my training, I may then focus on I might still do the same distance, but I may focus then on speed. So I'm going to increase my speed this week, and that'll be it. So we never train. This is a rule of thumb for a runner. You never train for distance and speed in the same go. That will go to an injury. We're always concentrating one thing. You're either training for speed or you're training for distance. We don't do both, especially when we're getting back into something. Okay. So I'm going to be starting fresh in some ways. It'll be almost, gosh, it'll be 3 months. I haven't had 3 months off running since I had a hip replacement, just before my hip replacement when I actually couldn't run. So, but you know, the exciting bit is that it's always so much fun. There's so much gratitude when you get back out of a moon boot and you're walking in a shoe again. It's like, yay, there's a win, right? And then all of a sudden you're walking a little faster, and then I have a little jog. And that part of it is really inspiring. I get super inspired when you're starting again, something new. And then I just see that progress and I don't worry about it because I've been doing it long enough, right? So I know what I want. I set the goal. I know the date. I know the month that I'm going to be running back 10Ks, and that's it. And then I focus on the doing. Here's my brother trying to call me. And so here's the thing. So here is your action plan for today. Okay. This is short and sweet. I want you to set your goal. I want you to make it in a good time frame. And I want you to set your reason why you're setting that goal. So what is it that you want by the time you get there? Okay. Don't make it about weight. It's got to be about something else. Okay. Why do you want to feel the way you want to feel? That's it. Good luck. I'm here if you have any questions. If you do want to join my Facebook group, it is in my link, I think, on my profile. I will have to double check that. But don't forget, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Really grateful to have you in my YouTube channel. And then I'm going to be here in my profile page every week, as well as my Facebook group. And we do a lot of other things in the Facebook group. Okay. Have a fabulous day. And I look forward to some comments below. So make sure you comment below, do the thing, do the do. Let me see where I can help you. See you guys. Ciao.